guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I was requested to do some Billie Eilish inspired nail art. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, I'm going to show you the demo on these false nails I glued onto toothpicks, and I went ahead and painted them the following colors. And starting on the first two nail designs, which are going to be on the thumbs, I'm going to paint on Billie herself. Now, because this is very detailed, I'm just going to work on the outline for now. By doing that, I am just going to take some black acrylic paint and my dotting tool and just sketch on her head, her neck, and her shoulders. Now, on one of the thumbnail designs, I'm going to paint on Billie the way she appears in the When the Party's Over music video with the blue hair and all. Starting off with the peach acrylic paint, I am just going to paint on her face as well as her neck. Using black acrylic paint just to sketch on the roots of her hair, and then going on top of that with a cobalt blue. I'm now going to paint on her eyes, as well as the black liquid dripping from her eyes down to her neck. Now going to paint on her eyebrows, nose, and mouth, and going in with a light blue for her ocean eyes. So I did my best to paint on her as best as I could, but here's the finished nail design. As for the other thumbnail, I'm going to paint on Billie how she looks in 2020. And by that, I mean with the green roots and all. Now I'm going to go in with a slightly darker green and some black acrylic paint and paint on some sunglasses. And since I had some extra black acrylic paint, I am just going to paint on more of her hair. Finally going in with some lime green and painting on her shirt. Okay, so this next part is completely optional. So I found this old necklace and I decided to break it up in bits and pieces and add it to the nail design. So I'm going to be using my scissor tweezers to pick it up and apply it to the nail. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this quick dry top coat and add it to the nail. This is to smooth out any bumpiness the acrylic paint may have caused. Whenever that dries, I'm going to go on top of it with a generous amount of matte top coat. And while it's currently drying, I'm going to carefully pick up bits and pieces of that broken necklace and apply it around the neck area. And here are the completed two thumbnail designs. For the next nail design, which is going to be on this yellow nail, is inspired by her album Don't Smile at Me. And for that, I'm going to take two shades of red acrylic paint and do my best to paint on the latter. So first, I just took this regular red acrylic paint and I tried to sketch out I guess you could say the letter A. And now using a red acrylic paint, I am just going to paint on the background as well as some of the steps. I realized that yellow was a little too bright, so I'm just going to go in with a paler yellow. And here's the finished nail design. So moving on to the next nail design, which is quite colorful, I'm going to be painting on a bunch of Louis Vuitton symbols, and this was inspired by this outfit that she wore here. So next, using green, yellow, red, and purple acrylic paint, I am just going to paint on the symbols. And once again, using those same colors, I am just going to drag them everywhere, make it that messy paint effect. I'm also going to say that any oopsie daisies that you do on this design, you can always go back in and fix it up with some white acrylic paint. I did my best, but here's the finished nail design. So moving on to another one, once again on a white base. This is inspired by one of her merch designs. So first, I'm going to go in with a bright orange acrylic paint and just paint on the outline of the design. Next, I'm going to go in with some black acrylic paint and paint on Billie Eilish. Whenever that dries, I'm going to go in with a bright green acrylic paint and paint on the top parts of the letters and go on the bottom half with a yellow. And here's the finished nail design. So moving on, I'm going to do my best to paint on the bloche symbol. I think that's how you pronounce that, but anyways, so I'm going to be using a dotting tool and black acrylic paint. I'm first dotting on the head, afterwards I am just going to sketch on the outline of the body. So here's the completed nail design. However, with me, I wanted to be a little bit extra, so I decided to go in with some of these nail art crystals and add them on the corner of the nail. Once again, I'm going to be using some matte top coat and adding a generous amount. And while it dries, I am just going to use my scissor tweezers and pick up the nail crystals and add them one by one on the nail. And here's the finished nail design. For the next nail design, which is going to be on a lime green nail, I am just going to go in with some black acrylic paint and my dotting tool and paint on some flames. See? No sweat, just flames. And here's the finished nail design. So moving on to a more complex nail, I am going to start off with a white base and add one coat of this lime green nail polish. I'm now going to go in with a tiny paintbrush and some black acrylic paint and just sketch on random doodles throughout the nail. It's literally just a random doodle nail, but yeah, anyways, here's the finished nail design. So moving on, once again, I'm going to start on a white base. I'm now going to take some black acrylic paint and paint on a bunch of drips using my dotting tool. After painting on the drips, I'm now going to go in with some blue acrylic paint and just fill in all the white parts. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty simple, right? And for the last nail design, which is going to be on my pinky nail, I decided just to paint it this neon yellow nail polish. For the final touches, I decided to go in with a matte top coat, but feel free to add a hollow taco if you feel like it. Yes guys, so here are the finished Billie Eilish inspired nail art. Like I said, I was requested about 2 weeks ago on my Instagram to do these Billie themed nails. So I'm gonna go ahead and say right here that I'm not a diehard Billie Eilish fan. So if I misinterpreted or I mispronounced something, please forgive me. Regardless, I had lots of fun painting on this nail art. It was a bit out of my comfort zone. And let me know down in the comments what other nail art you would like for me to do on my channel. I really hope you enjoyed today's video guys, and as always, thanks for watching!